Hello and welcome back. Well, I mean, welcome if you haven't been before, and if you have, then welcome back. Let's see. Now I don't have the camera angles just right yet, and now there's a big halo of light. This is one of my favorite meals. It's meatloaf. I know everyone says, you know, meatloaf is so boring, it's all the same. It's not. This is a French onion meatloaf. Let me tell you, if you can do a good meatloaf, you're good to go. First, I'm going to show you here. I got a pound of ground beef sitting in a big mixing bowl. I've tried to put a little bit of prep time into this. I have a can of cream of mushroom soup, condensed, open. I've got breadcrumbs. I've got 2 large white onions. I'm going to put a little bit of jalapenos in this one this time around. And I've got this ginormous jar of pickles. Oops, it's got a brand name. Sorry about that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these huge pickles. I'm going to get right into this. Okay, this is the ginormous pickle. Now I'm going to pop you back up so you can see mostly the chopping and all that fun stuff. Or put you down, I guess. Alright, so there we go. Look at this crazy pickle. Now, you know I'm big on the reserves. I got a pink bowl here. I'm also big on the pink. Anyway, so I'm just going to slice the pickle down the center. So I got 2 nice large pickle loaves. This is really sounding gross. Alright, and then look, I'm going to do slices straight down. Do 2 slices. I like a decent size chunk. And then I'm just going to line them up here. Turn them into chop suey. You want big enough pieces of pickles because they're going to cook. That crunch is going to cook right out of them. So the bigger the better. But you also want a lot. So I guess, this is a huge pickle. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a 5-pound pickle. Okay, maybe I'd be surprised if it was 5 pounds because that'd be sort of insane. Okay, next I'm going to do some of these jalapenos. And these are canned. Or whatever this is, it's not a can. I'm just going to do a rough chop on these. They're really already kind of soggy. They're not like if you use fresh jalapenos. They're also not nearly as spicy as if you have fresh jalapenos, even though there are seeds in here. So, I don't know. This is all kind of eyeball to your own taste. So, I got these pieces of jalapeno. I'm going to throw them in the reserve bowl with the pickles. It's okay if you get the pickle seeds in there too. That's fine. Not going to hurt anybody, right? So far, I've just got this. I've got a pan hanging out right here. I'm going to go ahead and throw, it's about 1/3 of a stick of butter in there. We're going to use a ton of butter in this. I'm just going to throw that in there so it's ready. I'm going to give my hands a quick rinse, too, because let me tell you what, and I know this from experience, you do not want to get jalapeno juice on your hands, because then you'll touch your eye. You will. And it burns. Okay, so I got my pickle and my jalapeno in there, right? I'm going to take this this big onion, just slice it, slice the ends off of it, kind of push the peel out of the way, and I'm going to slice it right down the center, so I've got 2 nice even halves. And what I'm going to do is just kind of make 3 chunks in here. Can you see that? Let me show you more close up. Or whatever that is. Okay, so 1. Okay, so now there's 3 pieces of onion. Okay, make sure you get the peel off there. And then just kind of cut it down here. You want pretty decent sized chunks. We're not gonna make this any smaller than that. All right. This bad boy just hopped the fence on me, so I'm just gonna kind of cut these in half. I want big chunks, but not mammoth chunks. My God. All right. Fine. As you see, it's really rough, and that's totally okay. I'm just going to put that in the bowl, the reserve bowl with the pickles and jalapenos, and now I'm going to go ahead and pop this burner on. And you know what? I only used 1 of those onions. We'll see after I put it in here if I need to use more. Next thing I'm going to put in here is garlic. And here, come up here, please. My face is up here. Great, thank you. We've talked about the whole garlic situation. You can do the minced garlic in a jar. You can do the dried minced garlic, which is what I'm going to use for this. Or you could do fresh garlic cloves. I don't really feel like chopping all that. So, okay. Next thing I'm going to do is grab the thing of minced garlic, which is over here. And I'm just going to very, very liberally. Can you see how liberally I'm doing this? You really can't. You need to. Okay. See that? That's the dried minced garlic. Very liberal. Do you see how much I just used? It was like half a container. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw the onions, the pickles, and the jalapenos in here too. Okay? I love hearing that sizzle. Okay, I'm just going to... Let's see. Are you good? You good to go here? I'm going to get my handy pink spatula. And I'm just going to kind of give this a toss in here. Make sure nobody's being left out. It's not very nice to leave people out. And I'm going to put you on a stool. By the way, it's not generally a good idea to say stool in the kitchen. I didn't make that rule up, people. Okay. Now I'm going to take another stick of butter, and I'm going to put about half of it in there. There's no substitution. This is like the heart of the matter. Big old thing of butter, sizzling away. Alright. Next we've got black pepper, and this, like, seriously, you gotta be real liberal. Look at this. I mean, can you see this palm full of pepper? It's humongo, okay? It's a lot. That's like two teaspoons easy. Pop it all in there. Trust me. Oh my gosh, then that starts to smell so good. Now this meatloaf goes over incredibly well. You don't have to tell people it's meatloaf. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Just say it's, you know, it's a French onion steak. Ground chuck steak, call it that. And people think it's real fancy. Okay, I've got the pepper in there, I've got the butter in there. Everything's going good. The last thing I'm going to add is some Worcestershire. Yeah, it's good to go. Now I have dry Worcestershire and I also have bottled Worcestershire. You can use either in the actual meatloaf, but I put the wet Worcestershire, the sauce, in with the, you know, pan stuff. Okay, got a big daddy of this. I'm just kind of, I don't know, about once around the pan. Let's come back down, shall we? Can you see the pan? Great. So, and this is just looking beautiful. And you just want to saw it all, saw your face off. You just want to saute it all until it gets tender, all the butter melts, and everything's kind of brown. Look, it's not the most visually appealing dish, but my goodness, it tastes so good. You're just gonna love it. Alright, now while that's doing, come back to me. My face up here. While that's doing, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the stuff ready for the meatloaf, in the actual meatloaf thing. I'm done with the chopping. Okay, so if I could get you to, great. See my bowl? Now I got the meat in there. I'm going to throw this can of condensed mushroom soup. Pop the whole thing in there. I think good. Recycle, don't throw it away. Okay? And then this is the secret. Okay, kids? I got this dry packet of French onion soup mix, or dip mix. Every supermarket has it. And they've got, you know, their own version plus like that. And then if you really can't get it open, just kind of, there you go. See that bad boy open right up. Now this is the kicker. I'm not even kidding you. This is going to make so much flavor. Now to that, we're just going to add, remember I said about the dry Worcestershire? We're going to add a pretty decent amount, and I'm just sprinkling it. This is really eyeball all you want to do, okay? And Do not be too liberal with this. This is smoked paprika. You can find it, again, any grocery store. I mean, they have it at Big Lots. You just kind of want to... I'm using, I'd say, I would call it a pinch, just so you don't use too much. I'm a trained professional. I know how much goes in there, so I don't have to measure it. And you can be too, in 5 easy installments. Okay, can you come over here and look at this? Oh, you can see it kind of, right? Yeah. Look at that. See how nice that's looking? Really quite gorgeous. I'm going to give you a close-up. Isn't that nice? Look at that. And then look at that. It's not as pretty, huh? Don't worry. It's going to be, like, out of sight. It's really cool because, like, the butter and the Worcestershire, they come together and they make this weird, like, thin soy sauce looking mug, and its taste is just really good. Alright, we're almost good to go here. So I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients to here until I have to add the hot stuff, which is going to burn me and it hurts really bad, but I deal with the pain because the end result is so delicious. Alright, look what I've got. I've got some, I prefer to use Swiss cheese, but the Swiss can get really expensive. You can buy it in a big block. This is mozzarella style melt topping. I don't know what's in it, but anyway, look, I did a giant handful, a heaping handful. This really, you know, you can't go wrong. Put as much or as little as you want. I've got some, you know, fake Parmesan. A couple shakes, doesn't really matter. You know, this is meatloaf, so live it up, have some fun. Alright, these are sauteing down so nicely. I'm gonna pop the oven off. And you want to let that cool a little bit. This is not gonna happen. I'm gonna do something really weird, and I'm gonna put this, it's real cold out, it's winter. I'm gonna put this out on the porch for just a hot minute. Like, not long enough for a raccoon to, like, eat it, but long enough to where it's not gonna burn my precious little fingers. Do not let me forget that. I'm funny. Okay, I've got the seasonings, yeah. Breadcrumbs. You know, I'm gonna use about half of this. It's a lot. I'd say, I don't know, I'm not good at measuring. I got an egg too, kids. I got 1 large egg. I'm gonna pop that in here. I got a little bit of shell. Yes, I saved it from getting shelly. The cost sounds really nice. Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna clean up the stuff I have out. I'm very big on cleaning as you go. I swear, didn't I just throw this out? No. Onion, I'm just gonna put it in the garlic bowl. No one's gonna care. Alright. Spices back. Pickle. Pickle, pickle. That's a pretty pickle. There's so many variations you can do with this. I'm leaving the eggs out, just in case I need to throw another one in. Because the egg to breadcrumb ratio, I cannot figure out for the life of me. I did not go to school for math. So, oh, jalapenos, that goes back. Alright, so